And you know why I wear this mask is because I'm inspired by superheroes. Because superheroes, you never know like who's behind the mask. And the fact that you don't know makes it even better. It makes it more mysterious. It like they're only doing good for the sake of doing good. Like they don't really care. Right? Ils s'en foutent, Chris. Ils s'en foutent.
You can attach meaning to your life, but that meaning is yours and yours alone. It's not objective. It is not an absolute.
When you came into this world, there was one promise that was made to you, and it is this: no matter how you live your life, you are going to die at the end of it. You know, us men, for some reason, we have this drive, this instinctual drive that we're drawn towards war, drawn towards dying for a cause, fighting for a cause. Why do movies like Braveheart like instill so much emotion and like passion in us? Why do we love this movie so much? Because they're living their lives. They're living their lives in accordance to what they want. And they're not afraid of danger. You cannot live your life if you are not willing to play a little bit with danger here and there. You will live a very comfortable existence, like everyone else really. If you look around you, everyone is living a very comfortable life, 9-to-5 job, doing what the fuck they want, not striving for anything beyond their comfort zone, right? They're afraid. You know, when you came into this world, the most terrifying thing that could ever happen to you was being born. We're born in a state of fear. That's what it means. Fear is fundamental. Fear is intrinsic to our human experience. You can't run away from it. The more you run away from it, the more it'll come and catch you back by the tail. The more it'll grab you by the tail again. So you don't really have a choice, right? As soon as you come into this world, anything could happen to you now and you could die. You could run around and, car hits you, you're dead. This could happen. Or you go in the forest and back in the day, when you were born, you would go in the forest and a tiger would start chasing you, whatever, and if he eats you, then you're fucking dead. Is there anyone that you know that like will not die at the end of their life? No, it's gonna happen eventually. So understanding this reality that your life is finite, right? That there's a certain limit to it. Then you can learn to live life fully. Most people, they live as if they were gonna live forever. They live as if they were gonna live forever. That's a huge problem because of that, we just sit on our couch, don't do anything, and we wonder why our life is shit. We wonder why we're not happy, not fulfilled, not contributing to the world. Right? We're like, what the fuck do we do now? Why should you live your life dangerously? Well, try not to live life dangerously. How would that life be? Life of comfort? Life of staying at home? Watching your favorite TV show, whatever? As soon as you're born, you become a prey to attack of danger or whatever thing. Like, you could be sitting here and you could catch cancer. So you're living in danger no matter what. You could be sitting here and you get diabetes. You could be sitting here and then you just have a heart attack for no reason. You are already in danger. No matter what you do, we are in danger. Like life means that we're gonna die, right? That's what it means. So if you're not willing to accept that, you will miss out on 99% of all of life's beautiful pleasures, beautiful, fulfilling life. You will miss out on all this shit. And you will live an existence of just coping, not being happy, rationalization that, I didn't want it anyways, right? Whatever dream you had that you can't even achieve now because you're too afraid to go for it. Take on the challenge of living life on your edge, pushing the fear. Wherever you feel uncomfortable about something, push it just a little bit more, just like one step more, one step closer every single day. You know, it's kind of living this way, it's kind of an acquired taste, right? Being comfortable with danger, fear, anxiety, discomfort is an acquired taste. Now, I want you to remember the first time that you tried drinking your first beer, right? Your very first beer. Maybe you were 12 years old and your dad was like, hey son, you want to try some of that beer? And you tried it. And what was your reaction? Well, if you were very young, maybe even younger, like 6 years old, you're probably like, ugh, what is this? Like, tastes horrible, right? You didn't like it, probably. But somehow, throughout the years, you acquired the taste of beer. You started liking it for, there was something about the bitterness of beer that you found appealing, that you found liberating, that you found that it gave you more powers, more freedom. There was something about this beer that you liked, despite the bitter taste. Now, I'm not telling you this so like you start binge drinking now, like, yeah, man, the bitter taste, I love the bitter taste. No, not exactly that, but as an analogy to life, that sometimes it's a little bitter, but this bitterness becomes an acquired taste. You teach yourself to find fulfillment on the edge of your comfort zone, right? Pushing towards discomfort, instead of teaching yourself to be whatever happy and frivolous, stupid, comforting things of unproductivity, whatever thing. There's moments for that, right? There's moments to relax. Those are completely fine. There's moments to recharge. Take your time and relax. But you can't just be doing that all your life. Every day, just do one thing that makes you slightly uncomfortable. It could be shooting a video in public, like the way I'm doing right now. It could be taking a cold shower in the morning. As soon as you wake up, whoosh, you put this shower on, it's like, holy shit. And it wakes the fuck out of you. And when you go through those things, when you give yourself that challenge, I want you to focus on this feeling at the end, after you've done the act. And you're like, holy shit. I feel free, I feel amazing right now. And I want you to focus on this feeling, because this feeling never gets old. Ever. Never gets old. You will always love this feeling. Tap into this feeling, love this feeling. Make love to it. Because this feeling of fear will never leave you. You will always experience fear in your life. So why resist the thing which will always be part of our human experience? Whatever is part of our human experience, there is no reason to escape it because it'll happen anyways. So why not just make love to it? Accept it. Now, what you can do when the going gets tough and you're trying to grow yourself, remind yourself of your values. Why do you want to live life dangerously? Why do you want to live life at the edge of your fear? What are your values? Do you value freedom? Do you value art? Do you value love? Do you value strength? What do you value in your life? Contribution, mastery, impact on the world, whatever it is, find what you value. And if those values are stronger than anything, then the danger, the fear, it won't even matter to you. Think of your role models. If you're stuck in that situation, you want to become a famous musician, whatever, and your favorite guitar player is Jimi Hendrix, you're afraid to play that show in front of 100 people at this whatever bar, cafe. You're like, oh, I'm so afraid right now. What the fuck do I do? What would Jimi Hendrix do? They would fucking do it. They would fucking do it and be like, push themselves outside their fear. And when the danger, when the fear occurs to you, you will be grounded in the vision. So what you can do with this fear, with this danger, stare it down in the face. That's it. Stare it down in the face. Smile at it. Hey, fear, you're not gonna stop me anymore. Hey, fear, I know what I'm gonna do now. So knowing that, the more you confront your fears every day, the more they'll go away. There's two choices you can have in life, and that's how I see it. Either uncertainty or unhappiness, right? Uncertainty or unhappiness. Always choose uncertainty over unhappiness, right? Because if you're always certain about something, then you're not expanding yourself. You're staying stuck where you are. There is no expansion in certainty. The expansion is always in uncertainty. Exploring life, freedom. You know when people say they want freedom, do they actually want freedom? Do you actually know what freedom entails to you? Freedom entails that you will always be uncertain. There will always be the unknown in freedom. Freedom entails that wherever you go, you're not sure where you're gonna end up because you're free now. Face the truth here. Remember the past few fears that you conquered in your life. You conquered tremendous fear in your life. You conquered the fear of, being born. You conquered that. When you were a kid, you conquered the fear of the dark. Remember when you couldn't sleep with the light off, whatever? Well, now you conquered that. The fear of riding a bike, you conquered that. You were like 3 years old, you couldn't ride that bike, and then you finally learned it. You conquered that. There's so many things you conquered already. But as you are right now, maybe you tell yourself, oh, I could never conquer those things, man. Like, fuck, I've been living that shithole my entire life. How would I, live life outside it? Well, when you've been stuck in a certain place, a certain plateau for a long time, it's easy to, convince yourself that there's no more growth anymore. Easy to convince yourself that, well, fuck, it's always been that way, fuck. But you always forget. Wherever you are, you always forget the growth that you had in the past. You always forget that. So get back at the root of that. Remember that. Remember how you grew before. So as a very last tip, this comes from Carlos Castaneda from the book The Wheel of Time. I've actually never read the book. I've just heard the quote somewhere, but it goes something like this. I'm going to paraphrase here. Live as if you were already dead. Because you're already gonna die anyways, right? Why not let go of the shackles? Why not let go of the prison? Live as if you're already dead. It's only when you're willing to die fully that you will be able to live fully. So thank you guys for watching. I reply to every single comment. So click on the bell so you receive all my fucking videos. And I'll see you next time. Peace. How was it? Yeah, how was it? It was good.
Il y a quoi là-bas? C'est très dark. Dark like my soul. C'est trop sombre. Oh, rien.